Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about some of RedBull's comments on their challenger for the upcoming season, as well as some new data that's been revealed following pre-season testing ending in Bahrain. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with RedBull, with technical director Pierre casting a bit of a downbeat figure following testing concluding in Bahrain. Now, I think it's fair to say that testing didn't go the way that RedBull would have wanted it to. You know, there were moments where the car looked pretty good, especially on the C3 compounds of tyre, but there were many laps where in sectors 1 and 3, the car looked okay, looked pretty good, but in sector 2, they lost a lot of time, and that's where all the corners are. And on top of that, their days were pretty disrupted. You know, on day 2, Liam Lawson's car had a water pressure issue, so he barely got out in the morning. And on the third day of testing, when Max Verstappen was in the car all day, RedBull were making some really big changes to the car, and that kept him in the garage for large chunks during the day. So yeah, not as many laps done as RedBull probably would have liked, and on top of that, as I said earlier, the car probably doesn't look as hooked up as RedBull wants it to be. And Wache explained that the 3 days of running did not go quite as planned for RedBull, saying that the RB21 did not respond to how RedBull wanted it on a consistent basis. Wache was quoted by Racing News 365 as saying, "It was not as a smooth test as we expected, and the team expected, but it's better to find some problems here than later down the line, and it is why we are here, to understand the car. I'm not as happy as I could be, because the car did not respond how we wanted at times, but it's going in the right direction. Just maybe the magnitude of the direction was not as big as we expected, and it's something we need to work on for the first race and future development." Now, despite this analysis from RedBull and things that we saw on the track during testing, new data shows that RedBull could have quite a lot to come, as well as Ferrari as well. Basically, a data analysis was conducted by Planet F1, and they've compared Lando Norris in the McLaren, Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes, Liam Lawson in the Red Bull, and Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, and the times taken into account happened on day 2 of testing. And basically, the analysis looks at the long runs of all those drivers, and we'll start with the second stint, which saw Norris be on the C1 tyre, while Antonelli, Lawson and Leclerc were on the C2 tyres. And there are 2 things to note from this table. Firstly, McLaren look like they've got a pretty good advantage, and secondly, Liam Lawson, he's well off the pace. You know, it looks like he's almost a second per lap down compared to Leclerc and Antonelli. So yeah, that doesn't look good for RedBull and Lawson. But when it's broken down by Planet F1, they say that if you look at the telemetry of the fastest laps of Leclerc and Lawson in this stint, you get the answer. And they say that RedBull is really hiding its pace, especially in the low speed corners, where we can see a significant drop in engine revs compared to the Ferrari using a very conservative engine map for their race simulation. So yeah, it looks like there could have been some serious sandbagging by RedBull there. But if we now look at the first stint, which saw Norris, Lawson, Leclerc and Antonelli all on C3 tyres, this actually shows that Lawson ran similar times to Leclerc and Antonelli, but was around 3.5 tenths off compared to Norris. But what you'll notice with this stint is that while the others did more laps, Lawson just stuck to 10. And Planet F1 say that undoubtedly RedBull's objective in this stint was to look for a target lap time in order to get a minimum tyre wear. Ferrari also followed that plan with Leclerc, indicating that both teams may not be far away from McLaren with a softer race tyre. And Planet F1 go on to say, "The only conclusion we can draw from this analysis of the race simulations is that Red Bull is undoubtedly not as far behind Ferrari and Mercedes as the data seems to indicate. The Milton Keynes team is hiding its real performance much more than the others, and the Italian team also seems to have an extra point of performance under its sleeve." So yeah, it does look like there could be a lot more to come from Red Bull, also Ferrari as well. You've also got to remember that everyone was running different programs, but yeah, from this analysis, it does look like that Red Bull were sandbagging a bit, potentially Ferrari as well. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.